So again, it's July 2nd, Saturday. Got the bees here on our lavender. And we got our front yard. I'll show you where our beehives are. Again, this is out in Bennett Valley here. We got a country road going out here. And a country road and some bicyclists and everything. I'll go in through the garage. Again, it's July 2nd, about 1 o'clock. I'm a handyman, so I got a lot of handyman stuff here. Bunch of tools and everything. So here we go to the backyard. Got lots of juniper bushes. Got a gazebo back there. Got the pear tree. There's our neighbor's locust tree. Got a pear tree, cherry tree. And this year with the weather, the rains off and on, we only had about a small bucket of cherries, and that was about it. Got a Santa Rosa plum. It's got several dozen plums on it. So here's our yard and everything. Before we go to the bees, which are over there, look in the corner here, we have a raspberry patch. And I take these raspberries and I plop them into vodka and make raspberry vodka. There's one there. There's a little rose bush in here somewhere too. And the raspberries, they're kind of coming to an end. There's going to be another batch in September. They kind of go twice. Let's see if we have any more over here. You always got to kind of look under the leaves for the raspberries. There's a couple there. Yeah, they're kind of on the tail end right now. And we'll get some more later. So anyway, see how the bees are doing. Now we have this new hive, which we started April 16th, 2011. There's 3 deep boxes and a feeder on top. The feeder's empty, it's just there for thermal insulation. But the third box up has about 30 pounds of honey in it. And bees are busy. And the other hive, which we started April 2010, is a little bit less populated, as you can see, because they had a varroa mite attack a couple of months ago. So it cut back the population a bit. But there's a queen in there. 2 weeks ago we actually saw the queen. And I think it's going to get repopulated okay. We reduced the entrance size. If you see in the other hive, the entrance is wide open. There's enough bees to defend their hive. With fewer bees, it's harder to defend the opening to a hive, so you use a reducer there. And they're coming along. We'll open it up this afternoon and see how things are going. But last week we opened it up, and they're busy and everything. Taking a little longer. And we harvested 10.5 pounds of honey from this third box up on June 18th, 2011. So they're moving along. They'll be okay, I think. But the other ones, in May, they swarmed. I mean, that was pretty surprising. And our neighbors behind us, back there in their front yard, that's where the swarm ended up. So we had a local swarm team come out and pick them up and everything. It was fine. So there's tons of bees. And whenever it's hot, they're always outside like that. And near the entrance, they'll fan their wings to ventilate the hive better. And the ventilation takes place through the front, on the bottom, and then up on top, under the lid, in back, there's a vent. So air flows through, and the main reason for that is when the bees deposit their nectar, they don't cover it with wax. They let the nectar cells stay open. It stays in there by capillary action. And then they let it dry out for a couple of weeks. And as it thickens, when it's thick enough, they cover it. That's why honey has a very, very low moisture content. And it's also the first antibacterial substance. And honey won't spoil. And that's why. So these guys are moving along. It's a nice warm day. Let's look at the thermometer down here. Now right now I am 4 feet from these bees. And I'm not bothering them. The thermometer says about 94 degrees. But that's on a thermometer. It's about 90 degrees, I guess, maybe 85 in the air here. Maybe I should put the thermometer in the shade later. Anyway, these guys are having a good time. So we'll see about the honey next week. Got some blackberries here, and juniper bushes, of course. And behind us, there's all kinds of stuff. There's fruit trees and all kinds of things. Now, if you watch these bees as they fly up, they have a particular flight pattern. They go straight up about 12 feet and then head out in their various directions. As long as you don't get in their flight path, they won't bother you. See, here they go kind of up and to the left a little bit. Up and away. Let's take a look at the back part here of our yard. Got some wild plum trees started up here from all the seeds, from all the plums that are falling down. There's a few plums up there. Got to trim this back. Got some roses going crazy here. Let's see. This is our cherry tree. Picked all the cherries last week. A nice orchard ladder. Got some little cherry trees we cut back. We just cut down. We're gonna put something else here. Maybe we'll get this grape plant going. It looks like it's healthy. It's been here for about a year. We'll spread it out on the fence, I suppose. Or maybe even we'll get a third beehive back here. We'll see. Got some wild mint. I have actually two kinds of mint here. And this is a type of a daisy. They usually bloom in the late summer. Real bright yellow flowers. Got a nice lilac and some roses. Got some cherry tomatoes we planted last week. Got some strawberries, and these strawberries have taken care of themselves for the last year and a half. So they're pretty established, and we'll let them extend into this part of the planter box. And out here we'll be planting something else this weekend or next weekend. And we have our little makeshift greenhouse here. We got some seedlings my wife is doing in eggshells. Pretty cool idea. These are cucumbers. And I think there's some spaghetti squash here and some peas or beans. So that's coming along. Now all this is this huge bush I'm trying to cut back from underneath. I gotta take all this to the dump. I've got an old hot tub here. Gotta take it out, and underneath there's a nice concrete patio. We'll have a nice little sitting area here. This yellow is Scotch broom. These yellow flowers. And I got a big spruce tree up there, huge thing. Got some star jasmine. Kind of come around back here. This is our corporation yard. All my old scrap lumber and tools. I gotta get this all cleaned up. So anyway, summertime. Have a good 4th.